Welcome back, it's Zion from Uke On Demand, and this week we're teaching Frère, Jacques. And to begin, we're going to start out in a G chord. Now a G chord is just the index finger on the 2nd fret of the C, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E, and middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A. And we're not going to strum the entire chord just yet. In fact, we're not even going to have the A string, the middle finger on the A string yet. We're just going to strum the top 3 strings of your G chord. Pick open A, that's why we don't have the middle finger on yet. And then we put the middle finger on the 2nd fret of A and pick that by itself. And your finger's already there, just pick the 3rd fret of E. And then that's measure 1. We simply repeat that in the 2nd measure. So again, top 3 strings of your G chord. So don't strum the A string. And then pick the open A by itself. 2nd fret A. And 3rd fret E. Going into the next 2 measures, they are a little bit different. We're going to start by strumming the full G chord. Pick the 3rd fret of the A string by itself. You can either, since your pinky's available, you can either put it there, or you could just lean your ring finger flat over it. And it's really up to you. After you pick that, we're going to go into a G5. So we're just going to pivot our fingers so our hand looks like this now. And our pinky will be on the 5th fret of the A string, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E, and our index finger just stays there on the 2nd fret of C. And we're going to strum the entire chord. And that's measure 3. Measure 4, we simply repeat everything again. So strum a regular G chord. Pick 3rd fret A, and then slide into a G5. Alright, so that concludes bar 1. Let's go back to the beginning of this bar and play through it together very slowly. That's how to play bar 1. The next bar is a little bit different, and it's a little bit faster at the start. It'll sound like this. And to play that part, we're going to start out in the G5, like we learned in the previous bar. And we strum once. And after we strum, we're going to pick the 7th fret of A. If your fingers are long enough, you can just reach your pinky up there. And that will allow these fingers to stay on, and those strings can continue resonating. But if you need to let go of the chord in order to reach the 7th fret of A, that's totally fine as well. And then once you do that, you're going to simply walk down the A string. We'll come down to the 5th fret, 3rd fret, and then down into a G chord. And then, since we're in a G chord, you can just pick the 3rd fret of E. And we simply repeat everything again in the next measure. So G5, up to the 7th fret, then 5th, 3rd, G chord, and 3rd fret of E. Now these last 2 measures right here, we're going to keep that G chord we just went into, and we're going to just strum the top 3 strings. So G, C, and E. We're not touching the A string right now. Then pick the C string by itself, leaving the chord where it is. And then strum those top 3 strings again. And then the final measure, just repeat everything again. So let's go back to the beginning of this bar. Play it together very slowly, and we'll start in that G5, nice and slow. And that's how to play Frère Jacques on the ukulele. Congratulations on learning this song. To get the tabs, make sure to go to ukeondemand.com and subscribe below so you don't miss our upcoming fingerstyle songs. We'll see you next time.